I think Liam Cohen is turning him around. I'm not going to say he's going to be the quarterback prospect that we all believed he was going to be, like the Peyton Mannings and Andrew Luck that he's being compared to. But I believe that we're going to see the second half of, 2022 Trevor Lawrence. I believe we're going to see something closer to that. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team, but I believe that Liam Cohen is going to start to get the best out of Trevor Lawrence. And I believe he's going to get this offense with Travis Etienne and Tanks Bigsby and Tootin from Virginia Tech. I believe it's going to be a good trio of running backs out of Duval.
All about the Balls Podcast
with Mark Davis, Kriska Meinhardt, Luke Rule, Jake Winnikine, Alan Tomasella, and Nick the Doc Skirkle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is All About the Balls Podcast. I'm Mark Davis, joined alongside Luke Rule. Nice hoodie, Space U for your boy. Tonight, AFC South, final episode of the NFL division breakdowns. We've made it, I think, the most boring division, probably the worst division. Luke, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Last couple of days of work before I get to go on my beach vacation, so I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to get away from work for a full week. So, yeah, it's good.
Hope you enjoy that one. I'll be in Florida in less than a month for Meet the Teacher and Belle's first kindergarten. Man, like my daughter did fucking kindergarten already. It's crazy. But so it'll be kind of a vacation in Florida away from work. But football season, Luke, that's the main thing. We're getting closer. We're literally
football is this month.
Yeah, well, preseason or Hall of Fame game, exhibition game. But yeah, we get college football next month, a month and like a week or two away, and then NFL a week after that. So we have fantasy football we're going to talk about soon.
I think some of the rookie training camps have started already. So then the regular training camps will start here in the next week or so for a lot of teams.
I believe Falcons do rookies and vets the same day. I think they attend the same day. I know some teams do. I think.
I think some teams do rookies like a day or two before, or a week before. Yeah, because I think I saw Malachi Starks with the Ravens at the facility. They posted like some video of him arriving for camp. So.
Well, hopefully, I hear nothing from Atlanta Falcons training camp. That's usually good
news.
This
is a scary time of the year. Once they start training camp, you don't want to see any notifications from your team.
Yeah, once I see Jake posting in the Discord, I'm like, please don't be anything with my team. Please don't be.
Can't have any ACLs now because they're done for the season if they get them now.
Yeah. Well, also, congrats to the New York Jets. They just signed Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner to a massive deals. I mean, both of them 4-year deals. I believe Garrett Wilson got over 30.
Like 35? No, not the Garrett Wilson. No, Sauce got 35 a year, I think.
Yeah, I didn't look, but yeah, good for them. Trey Smith, Kansas City Chiefs offensive guard, 4-year deal. He's getting like 20. I think it was like $23 million a year or something like that, roughly around. I mean, he's probably one of their best offensive linemen now. So him and Creed Humphrey. So good for the Chiefs, good for the Jets, man. 3 big deals, all literally 2 of them one day, another I think the previous day. So deals getting done still.
For some teams.
Yeah, for some teams. Well, now that Garrett Wilson got paid, now
the Broncos got their Barron signed. So only one first-round guy left.
Hook 'em horns. Also, now that Garrett Wilson got paid, the Falcons are seeing what Drake London's potentially going to have to get paid because they're in the same draft class. So, I mean, the Falcons now see what it's going to take to pay Drake London.
I would say probably similar production, too.
I would say Garrett's got more production because Garrett Wills was productive. I think he's been a 1,000-yard receiver all 3 years. 3 years. Drake London finally broke that and had 9 touchdowns. He had a good year. Just Mariota and Desmond Ritter and they weren't.
You can't really say Garrett Wilson was dealt.
Quarterbacks
too. So
he was.
He had Aaron Rodgers for a little bit.
He did. He had him for 1 full season and 3 snaps. But Luke, tonight, like I said, it is all about the AFC South. It is, I still think, an interesting division. If you want to talk about it, or if you want to claim that, but we know we're going to start with the Tennessee Titans. Your local team, right down the road from you, an hour away.
Team right here.
But you see it on the screen. They went 3-14, and that resulted in having the first overall selection. They got Cam Ward. They brought Kevin Zeitler in from Detroit Lions. They brought some veterans in like Tyler Lockett to help in. Some young guns, I thought, with Alik Manor from Stanford. And they also brought Dyke from the University of Florida. And then you bring in Kevin Winston on the defensive end, Cody Barton as well as a selection. They didn't have many losses. Harold Landry's a big one. Kenneth Murray's a big one, and so is Nick Westbrook-Akeen. But Luke, the Tennessee Titans, obviously number one last year with the first overall pick. What do we think the Tennessee Titans do this year with Cam Ward, first year?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing the right thing. They're addressing the offensive defensive lines, getting that shored up for Cam Ward. I think their first round pick last year was an offensive lineman, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it was J.C. Latham.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're building in the right places. I like what they did this offseason. I still don't think they're a great team. I think Cam Ward's going to he's going to struggle. I don't expect like a Jaden Daniels type season from him. I think he'll struggle this year.
I can see rookie of the year, though. I can see rookie of the year, honestly.
Oh,
I'm not saying Jaden Daniels.
Well, yeah, because he's going to be a starting quarterback as a rookie.
Yeah.
All right, he's probably automatic shooing for that if he has a decent season.
I think between him and Genty are probably like the two favorites.
Yeah. I don't expect too much from the Titans. I think Cam Ward's going to struggle early. Playing at Miami, he didn't really have to play like elite level teams week to week. The ACC was terrible last year.
Yeah, he didn't even play Clemson. He voided. Miami did.
He makes like bad decisions quite a bit. Like, yeah, he'll play great all game, then he'll throw a couple picks, like bad picks, for like no reason. And I don't know. He just kind of looks, to me, he looks lazy holding the football. It just looks weird. He'll just stand flat-footed in the pocket and looks like he's walking when he's scrambling. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I hope he's good. I like to see the Titans be a decent team again.
I'm a little opposite, man. I mean, you know how I am. I felt about Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward's going to be exciting to watch. Yeah, is he going to have some rookie moments where it's kind of like, oh, what's he doing? Of course. I mean, he's a rookie quarterback. That's what I expect. I think they are going to be a fun team to watch. I like the young talent that they brought in. Like I said, they brought in some receivers. And, I mean, a little biased, but they brought in Gunnar Helms from Texas. So I think he was productive when they used him in Texas. So I thought that was good. But, you know, you're trying to build the offensive line, like you said. You bring in some pros like Van Jefferson and Tyler Lockett. That's good for them. You have Calvin Ridley. But it's the young stuff. You have Restrepo. That right there is chemistry. They played together in Miami. You have Dyke from Florida. You have a Manor from Stanford. I mean, yeah, I think this is going to take some time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this year they're going to go out there and win 9-10 games, make a playoff push. But do I expect them to be exciting to watch? I mean, yeah, lots of changes, Luke. Offense and defense. They brought in a lot of new players in the draft and free agency.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be a competitive team. Like your term you like to use, competitive losers. I think they'll be in a lot of games kind of like that. This team does. I mean, like you said, this team doesn't have a lot of chemistry, a lot of new players in a new place. So we'll see what they can do. Big year. I can't remember the head coach's name, but a big year for him.
That's what I was going to ask. Does Brian Callahan? I know it's only year 2. Is that seat still a little warm, or because they drafted Cam Ward, it's kind of
I think he's there yet? He's got at least 2 years, I think, with Cam Ward.
Okay.
Going into this, if 2 years they don't start making progress, he's probably out. Plus, you know what that ownership for the Titans is like. They'll let a good thing walk away if they have it too.
No, the Tennessee Titans, they were second in defense with the yards allowed, but they were literally one of the worst teams when it came to points per game. So that could be a testament on the offense, how they put them in bad situations. Now, that doesn't mean that obviously we don't know. We didn't get a true feel how the defense is going to be. So, but losing Harold Landry, that's big. I mean, you lose Kenneth Murray, that's big too. Bringing Cody Barton. I mean, I think the defense is going to be interesting. A lot of vets they brought in. They did draft a little on that side. So the defense is an unknown for me because last year how bad the offense was. We didn't get to truly see what the Tennessee Titans defense could be. I mean, if you put them in bad field position, of course the other team's going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, they were in bad field positions a lot. I think it was like almost every week that there was a new Will Levis meme going around with him making some stupid play.
There was.
So that poor guy. I mean, he's still on the team. He's still on my dynasty roster. Hopefully he can get it turned around. Maybe he wins a starting job.
maybe he has a good preseason, and it gives maybe a team gets hurt on, you know how it is. Teams get hurt, and
if not, he's getting dropped.
Oh, like that, huh? Just like that.
He's got to go.
But no, the over/under, Luke, 5.5 for the Tennessee Titans. I say slide under. I think it's a 4 or 5 win team. I think that that's 1 extra or 2 extra more. Could I see 6? Yeah, I could see 6. I'm just gonna bet more conservative. I think the under. I think 5 and 12, and then they start building for 2026 and beyond. I just think the Titans are not there yet to compete. Like you said, competitive losers. That they're not like competitive losers. I'm coining them. I coined them as Carolina Panthers this year, but I think the Carolina Panthers will be. Tennessee Titans will be exciting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their schedule, it's not an easy schedule for them either. I mean,
no,
if they can't beat Indy early, but like start off the season, Denver and LA, that's a tough wake up call for Cam Ward, especially at Denver week 1. So
I think that's an L to me. I mean,
yeah, I think I'm taking the under with them, a slight under. I think they maybe can get 5 wins. I think that's like the tops for them, and I think that's a successful season for them.
I'll tell you this:
they won't feel that way, but I think that's a good improvement.
I'll tell you this: Tennessee Titans are 5 and 12, and I still don't think they're last place in this division,
which is possible. This division is a dumpster fire. So,
I do think we're going to get 2 winning teams, 2 above 500 records, and I think we're going to get 2 teams under 5 wins and below.
That might only because they play each other. They all play.
They do have to play each other. No, that's the Tennessee Titans out of Nashville. Good luck, Cam Ward, and good luck, Brian Callahan. Moving on to the team from Duval, the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's right. Liam Cohen, that's the big offseason grab as head coach. They moved on from Doug Peterson. They drafted Travis Hunter. They brought in Jordan Lewis. They brought in Eric Murray from the Houston Texans. So they are shoring up that secondary. They even had a 3rd rounder, I believe from Tulane. I might be wrong on that. Don't hold my breath on that one. But they're addressing the offensive line with Robert Hansey and Patrick McCarr, Luke, former Baltimore Raven. And they had some big losses. Evan Ingram's a big one. Christian Kirk is a big one. Andre Sisco at safety, and Ronald Darby and Gabe Davis. Yeah, he didn't play as many games, but it's still a receiver you lost because Christian Kirk was also gone too. So, Luke, a team that went 4-13 last year, a team with moving up, by the way, from 5 to 2. They passed on maybe drafting defensive linemen, and they went with the sexy pick, Travis Hunter, out of Colorado. What do we expect from the Jacksonville Jaguars this season?
Yeah, this is my biggest question mark team. Like I have no clue what to expect from them. And I don't know if Liam Cohen can figure Trevor Lawrence out or not. Make sure turn him into what he was supposed to be coming out of Clemson. I mean, he got his big contract, but he still hasn't lived up to it. I don't think any season really. I mean, he's had a couple of decent seasons, but he's been banged up some years, and last year just I don't know what was going on.
I think Liam Cohen is turning him around. I'm not going to say he's going to be the quarterback prospect that we all believed he was going to be. You know, like the Peyton Mannings and Andrew Luck that he's being compared to. But I believe that we're going to see the second half of 2022 Trevor Lawrence. I believe we're going to see something closer to that. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team, but I believe that Liam Cohen is going to start to get the best out of Trevor Lawrence, and I believe he's going to get this offense with Travis Etienne and Tanks Bigsby and Tootin from Virginia Tech. I believe it's going to be a good trio of running backs out of Duval.
Yeah, I mean, and plus their wide receivers, especially if Travis Hunter plays full-time wide receiver. I mean, they're skill players. They have solid skill players around them. I don't know how the offensive line really stacks up. I don't remember them being very great last year.
Their offensive line it's been poor the last couple of seasons, but like I said, they tried. They brought Hansey in. They brought your boy McCarr in.
Yeah, McCarr okay. He was a rotational player for us, not a full-time starter. So
they drafted Wyatt Millum out of Virginia Tech in the 3rd round. He's a guard / safety. So they tried addressing the offensive line. They brought Damani Brown in from the Commanders to pair with Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter. I do believe we're going to get Hunter a lot at wide receiver. I think we're going to get him at corner as well. I mean, maybe not as much, but I think you're going to see him out there. I don't even know. I just don't know what to expect because, their corners right now are Jerry Jones, who they drafted last year in the 3rd, and they brought Jordan Lewis in, and they have Tyson Campbell. So you have Jordan Lewis and Tyson Campbell. They're pretty productive guys. Jaron Jones, I'm not going to lie, I can't recall how good he was for the Jaguars, but you have Travis Hunter. You drafted it was Caleb Ransaw, that's who it was. Yeah, corner out of Tulane. So they addressed the secondary along with the offensive line this year. So I think the Jaguars are interesting. It's a new defense coordinator too. So new defense scheme.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think on defense, Travis Hunter will be used more of like a slot corner, come in on certain plays. Like he'll come in like for certain defensive packages. I don't think we'll see him full-time both sides of the football, especially early in the season. He could easily be full-time wide receiver, then part-time DB, I would assume, especially early on. Maybe does some special teams. I don't know. Do some kick returns, something like that.
He's electric, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you can put the ball in his hands. I mean, he's a good athlete.
Well, and I think the Jaguars, it was kind of like how I said if he would have got drafted by the Giants, because we were talking about that before the draft. The Jaguars, same situation. They have Brian Thomas Jr., so he doesn't have to come in and be wide receiver one. I believe he can play like 75% of the offensive snaps. That's fine. And then play 100% or close to 100% on defense. That's where they need you the most. Now, we're going to see, like I said, they addressed that situation in the offseason, in the free agency period. They drafted another corner out of Tulane. So maybe they're going to put him a lot more at receiver to let him take some breaks at defense, maybe come in on key third downs, maybe first downs, whatnot, whatever that they feel is good. This defense coordinator, by the way, was a run game coordinator for the Packers. And the Packers' run game defense was very good last year. So maybe that's good signs for the rushing defense. Now, the passing defense we're going to see, but they do got Josh Allen Hines. He's a beast.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the Jaguars can do. Like I said, they're one of the biggest question marks, especially in this division for me, of what they're going to be.
I have them at 9 wins. I mean, I really do. I think this is a 9-win team. I think they just missed the playoffs. I think it's going to take 10 wins from all the wild card teams to make it. And I think the Jaguars, they're there. I mean, not there to be a Super Bowl contender, but I do believe that they're going to make a push for that. I think they're the second best team in the AFC South. I don't think they're going to push the Houston Texans, but I believe they can make a surprise run. And I was trying to tell Jake, I don't care if he thinks it's funny or not. I believe they're going to beat the 49ers early in the season on week 3. I like the Jaguars this year. I think that Liam Cohen is going to get the best out of Old Sunshine. I really do.
We'll see. What was the over-under for them?
7.5. I don't think that's.
I think I like the over. Yeah, I think 8 wins. 8 wins for them is fair. I don't know about 9. I just have a hard time putting that hard time putting that much faith in Old Sunshine. So,
but there's always those teams.
8 wins is a successful season for them. It's a good turnaround. It's making progress. I mean, showing improvement.
I mean, you go from 4 wins to 8 wins in your first season as a head coach. That's productive.
Yeah, I mean, the seat's pretty cold then.
And it's a young squad because Trevor Lawrence is young. You obviously just drafted Brian Thomas Jr. You just got Travis Hunter. There's question marks what you're going to do with ETN out there, but you have Bigsby, and I believe his name is I don't want to mess his name up.
Or something like that.
Tootin out of Virginia Tech. He's got some fumbling history of Virginia Tech, but
he's fast.
He's fast. He's electric when he's not fumbling the ball.
He's fast.
Yeah, I mean, there's always those teams that come out and they get more wins than they're supposed to. The Commanders, the Texans of the year before that. You know, there's always teams that come out of here. And like I said, I'm not saying playoffs. I think they just miss it. But I like the 9-8, and they're probably drafting at pick 18, whatever it is, right before the playoff teams start drafting. It's around 17, 18.
Yeah, I mean, for the AFC, the playoffs is tough. I mean,
it really is.
The teams are so top heavy in the AFC. I think the NFC is a little more leveled out, where almost any team could really, not any team, but more than half of the NFC can make the playoffs. I think it's a little bit different for the AFC. So it's competitive,
and it's going to be good if the Jaguars are good. It makes good TV, good memes because you got Liam Cohen saying Duval, and I like to see that too. I like it just for my own mental health. But no, that's the Jacksonville Jaguars, Luke. Moving on to the Horseshoe, the Indianapolis Colts out of Indiana. Lots of question marks. I mean, this team went 8-9 last year. They bring in Daniel Jones, who was potentially going to back up Anthony Richardson, but now he's favored to be the starting quarterback. You draft Tyler Warren, electric tight end out of Penn State. I do like the moves with Javarius Ward and Cam Bynum on the defensive side. You know, you bring in some guys like that. You did lose some key players. Julian Blackman, pretty good. Joe Flacco, proven vet. I mean, he's been pretty good. 2 offensive linemen.
Elite player.
He's elite. He's coined that. Ryan Kelly and Will Freeze, out on the offensive line. So you lost 2 offensive linemen to the Minnesota Vikings, by the way. And then Deo Adegabo That's pretty good. EJ Speed, pretty good as well. So, you're losing key players, Luke. And the Indianapolis Colts, they have question marks. So what do we think about them in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think too much of them for the season. I mean, they're going to be one of the teams that you kind of forget about during the season. There's a handful of teams that you just don't pay attention to at all, and this is one of them for me. I don't think they're going to be fun to watch at all. I don't care who's playing quarterback. I'm going to assume it's going to be Daniel Jones at this point. Anthony Richardson's still hurt. I think his shoulder's re-aggravated, that the one he had surgery on. So
yeah,
for such a big guy, he's just his toughness rating. He should have 0 on his toughness rating. Unfortunately, that punter from Kentucky got it. That poor guy.
I mean, it's crazy. He's a big dude. AR's a big dude.
Yeah, but he's fragile. I think he's probably the most fragile quarterback in the league right now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm playing a full season.
And I'm riding with you a little bit here. I'm not as excited because I do want to see Tyler Warren. I still like JT, but the quarterbacks, they just turn me off. And I think we might see all three. I think we might see Riley Leonard at some point this year. I mean, starting games. I just don't know what to expect from this team. And unfortunately, I'm a big Shane Steichen fan. I liked him coming out of the Eagles. I thought he was a big time offensive coordinator. I thought that's why they were in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago when they lost to the Chiefs, and we saw how crazy the offense was with Jalen Hurts and the boys then. But he hasn't had much luck. He had drafted AR his first year, and we've seen the last 2 years couldn't stay healthy. His rookie season, Gardner Minshew came in. They went down to the last game and lost to C.J. Stroud and the Texans, the winner take all. Last year, 8-9 with Joe Flacco and everyone else at quarterback, AR tapping out at times. So, and this year you're going into another quarterback situation, another one with AR. And this time it's Daniel Jones. And yeah, had a playoff run with the Giants in 2022. That's pretty cool. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he is that guy to do anything. I feel bad for Tyler Warren fantasy owners. If you got him in that, you better hope that they draft a quarterback next year. You better hope Arch Manning or Garrett Nussmeier or somebody, Drew Allen, anybody comes into this draft and goes to the Colts. But
Klubnik?
Cade Klubnik, so anybody. I don't care who it is. It could be anyone out there. I agree with you, Luke. I don't think the Indianapolis Colts are going to be worth a damn. I think they're going to be the worst team in the AFC South. I think they're going to be a bottom 5 team. They'll be in the top 5 in the draft pick, and it sucks because their owner just passed away, and they should be playing hard for Jim Irsay, and I don't think it's going to be the case this year.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like the way this team's really built. I mean, I don't really trust their defense at all. I mean, yeah, they addressed the defense last year, drafting Latu, but this defense just it doesn't do it for me. I know they picked up a couple corners, but still, I think this offense is going to put the defense in a lot of bad positions this year too. I don't really trust Daniel Jones' decision making. I mean, he's a decent quarterback at best. He's had some flashes. I mean, but he hasn't really ever been in a good team. Like he's dealt a bad hand, which I'll give him that credit. Like it sucks. Like yeah, you're in the Giants and you had shitty teams built around you. But guess what? He's back on a shitty team. Yeah, he's got a little bit better talent, like offensive skill player wise. But like Michael Pittman Jr., he's pretty good. Josh Downs, solid wide receiver. You got Jonathan Taylor. I like the draft pick of DJ Giddens. Big fan of him at K-State.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's a stud. I think he'll take over that RB2 slot pretty quickly from Herbert.
You mentioned the defense. So I want to go back to that. They addressed defense last year. They were 29th in yards allowed. They were in the bottom 8 or 9 in points per game allowed. And, they didn't really address much. And they lost some players, but they brought in Ward and Bynum. I like those moves. Don't get me wrong. I like the moves. You draft JT out of Ohio State. He's had a little bit of injury problems too out of the Buckeyes. So, and then Justin Wally, we'll see what he's going to be. He's a rookie out of Minnesota, and he's pretty good. I've been told by our boy Riz. But the defense, their corners outside Ward, you have Kenny Moore. I just don't trust this team, man. I don't trust the defense. And new defense coordinator. By the way, he's coming from the Bengals. Wasn't their defense pretty bad last year?
It was one of the worst.
Okay. He might have more talent on the Colts. Don't get me wrong, but it's not giving me a positive thing to say about him at the moment.
No, I think this is just gonna be a super flat team all year. Like nothing exciting about them. This would be your typical Thursday night game.
I'd say I say Sunday 1 p.m. I don't even give him a Thursday. I don't even want to give him a Thursday night game.
No, back in the day when Thursdays just used to be bad teams.
Do we think Shane Steichen gets potentially fired this year?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I like him. I think he just dealt a bad hand. I don't know if he's the one that makes the picks or not. Not sure if it's his decision. I'm sure he has input.
Well, Ballard is the GM and Ballard.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about him. I feel like he's kind of a loose cannon. He's kind of wild.
He is a little wild.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks too much before making decisions. Kind of like how Jim Irsay was. They just kind of go by what they want to do at the time. So I mean, I don't know. This team, they've been making pretty bad decisions on certain players, especially Anthony Richardson. That the Anthony Richardson pick has set him back pretty far. They overdrafted a quarterback that's never been good.
I agree. I mean, it was Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud that draft, and they go AR, and then of course Will Levis was in the second round. He was potentially going to be a first rounder. So really, they missed out because Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud went 1 and 2. And I don't know if it was Ballard and Steichen together that did it. Yeah, it was a terrible draft pick. And they're wasting Jonathan Taylor, and he's been banged up, quite frankly, recently too. Michael Pittman, I like him. I mean, I like him, but Josh Downs and Alec Pierce, I think they're decent receivers, but it's a quarterback issue. And you have Tyler Warren, and I just feel like you're going to burn him out until you get a solid quarterback to be out there. And the over under 7.5, and I'm screaming under. I said the Titans 5 wins, Colts 3 or 4 wins.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think this is probably a 4-win at best team. I think it's just going to be a dumpster fire all season long. Their schedule's not terrible, but it's not good either. So, I mean, it's objectively saying because I think they're probably not favored in very many games this season either.
Yeah,
just because they get over the season 0-5, 0-6 really.
Read the first 6 games out real quick, and location. Okay,
Miami at home.
I think Miami's just a fast team in September and October, so I'll give Miami.
Yeah. They're at home for Denver.
Loss.
They travel to Tennessee.
Loss in Tennessee. I think they split, but loss in Tennessee.
They travel to Los Angeles.
Which one? Oh, it doesn't even matter. Loss. It doesn't matter.
Rams.
Loss. Okay, 0-4.
Then week 5 is at home against the Raiders. And I trust Geno Smith over.
I think the Raiders are going to be a better team than people think, but they just have they're in a hard division. So I'm going to go Raiders. Then
I think their first win maybe at week 6 at home versus Arizona. But that could also be a loss.
That could be a toss-up game. Yeah, there you go. So
then they go to the other LA team, the Chargers. So they go to LA twice.
Man. Loss. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So by the time they play the Falcons, I don't know who the quarterback's going to be. It could be anybody in Germany. Yeah, because they play Steelers right before you guys. So, and that's a tough defense. So whoever's playing quarterback,
it might be Riley Leonard at that point, which would be good for me because he's on my taxi squad.
Ooh, Riley Leonard. No, yeah, under. I mean, yes, that's the Colts for you. That's the horseshoe out of Indiana. Sucks to say. I like the Colts. I am not like my mom. Her favorite team is the Colts. So I feel like them to be good for her, just for her. But
it's the Indianapolis professional football team, as we people from Baltimore say.
Yeah, a little bit of hate. I mean, but you guys have done that to the Cleveland Browns, so you guys know how it feels, and you guys did it anyways. So
yeah,
but that's the Indianapolis Colts, Luke. Moving on to the back-to-back AFC South champions out of H-Town, the Houston Texans. And, man, what an offseason they had. They unloaded their offensive line, an offensive line that wasn't even that good to start off with. Kenyon Green to the Bills. Shaq Mason, I believe, still a free agent. Laramie Tunzel to the Commanders. They bring in Cam Robinson. They bring in Lincoln Robinson from the Seahawks. They draft Jaden Higgins. They bring in Christian Kirk. Nick Chubb, with Joe Mixon. That's an interesting running back duo. Jalen Noel, Iowa State duo out there. And then C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's really the only new defensive starter they have. They did they did lose Eric Murray to the Jaguars. They bring in C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So, Luke, a Texans team that went 10-7, lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, 23-14, back-to-back divisional losses or divisional round losses. So, Luke, this team in 2025, what do we expect?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I expect them to win the division just because the division's terrible, and I think they're the best one in the division. I trust C.J. Stroud to be a competent quarterback, and he's probably one of the only ones currently in this division. So, but C.J. Stroud's going to be running for his life this season. I get his offensive line was bad, not great last year, but they unloaded everybody, and I don't think I like their replacements that much. So I think they got worse on offensive line. Yeah, they added skill players. They added Nick Chubb. They got
No
Jaden
Tank
Higgins.
Dell.
Yeah, he's done for the season, right?
Yeah, they've already announced he's out for the whole year, pretty much.
Yeah, so I mean, skill players, not bad. Christian Kirk, maybe he can resurrect his career over here. I mean, he was a solid wide receiver. Jacksonville paid him big, probably too early.
He had one good year in Jacksonville, but outside that, it was.
Yeah, they paid him big early though.
Yeah, I mean, they have Nico Collins. Nico Collins is one of my opinion, one of the best receivers in football. He sometimes will get nicked up, but when he's out there, he's one of the best.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz, he's solid tight end. I mean, no complaints with him.
Cade Stover too.
Done.
They were using Cade Stover a little bit last year.
Defense, defense is pretty solid.
It's one of the best. I mean, it's one of the best.
Pretty solid. Defense line's pretty good. Will Anderson Jr. He's turning out to be a great pick. Dude's a monster. So I mean, you got CJ GJ over there. I mean, he's a feisty cornerback alongside Derek Stingley Jr. I like that cornerback duo.
Yeah, and they just paid Stingley too.
Yeah, I mean, he's the highest paid now, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. And then Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. I mean, it's a good team. I mean, this honestly is one of the best defenses in football. I agree with you. The O-line is an issue. And
it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue. And I think Stroud, I kind of agree with what Alan was saying, where not Stroud necessarily regressed. It was the O-line that was so bad that, he didn't. Okay, I'm not saying he played phenomenal. I'm not saying he did what his rookie season, but it was hard to judge truly his sophomore season because of the O-line, how bad it was. Maybe now that C.J. Stroud knows how bad it is, now he can fully game plan for it. He fully knows it. I still think it's going to be a good team. New offensive coordinator, by the way. They brought in the guy from the Sean McVay tree and the Josh McDaniels tree. So we'll see what the OC is going to do. It's a different offense. I mean, it's not Ben Sluick, who struggled last year. Maybe this new offensive coordinator gets the offensive line going. Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb, what are they going to be? I mean, now they both don't have to be the cowbells. So what do they do there with the 1-2 punch? Arguably two wide running back ones when healthy. So, and both of them have injury histories. Joe Mixon was banged up last year, was good when he was out there. Nick Chubb, injury problems too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think CJ Stroud's going to be running for his life a little too much. They're going to make the playoffs. They'll win the division. But I have them as a first-round exit again, or maybe win a game. But their offensive line isn't good enough to get them the chip.
Yeah, I believe they're going to be every time I've done the rankings or the week by week, I've had them as the 4 seed in the AFC, and they win 11 games, which is more than last year. And then they're playing the Chiefs, who's the 5 seed. Yeah, and I'm betting Mahomes and the Chiefs in that game. I mean, we saw what they did last year to them. It would be in Houston, don't get me wrong, but I don't think where the game now for the Chiefs really matters that as much. Yeah, it matters if you're playing the Bills and Ravens still. It's tough stadiums to play in, but going to Houston,
not a tough stadium.
Fans actually do show up. I'll give them that. The fans
show up, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
You're not going up to the north and playing.
It's a dome. It's a dome game. Perfect weather conditions for Mahomes. We'll see what the receivers would be there for them. But I mean, I'm not obviously. That's if I had the 5 seed as the Chiefs. It could be the 5 seed as the Bengals. It could be the 5 seed as the Chargers. The 5 seed as the Broncos. We don't know. I mean, it could be any of those.
I think all those teams probably beat them too. Maybe exception for the Bengals.
And that would be still be potentially a high scoring game. I mean, Burrow and Chase could probably still have a good game, and T. Higgins. But yeah, I don't know. I know the defense is great. I think the offense outside of the O line is good. But like you said, how much time is CJ Stroud going to have? And the over-under is 9.5, Luke. I'm going over. I just think that the team is good enough to win 10 games. I don't think they're going to go backwards from last year.
Yeah, I mean, they got to play the rest of the 3 teams in here twice for the AFC South. So
I see 5-1 in the division at worst. I think so.
Yeah,
I think maybe the Jaguars
easy 5 wins, right? Easy 5 wins right there. And the rest of the season's not too bad. I think they can skate by, get 10 wins, and win their division.
I mean, we saw beat Buffalo last year, for example. That was one of Buffalo's worst games because of the defensive efforts that they had.
Yeah, that was the NFL MVP too.
Well, I mean, every MVP has had a bad game. I mean, at some point in the season, you could probably pick out every MVP, and it was a bad game. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
a real bad game.
But that's
he also had another bad game against Baltimore that season too, but that doesn't matter.
No, it does not matter. No, I mean, I just think the Texans, I think they're good enough to get the 10 wins outside even the division. I think it's a good team. D'Amico Ryan's a good coach. Respect him. I think he's a hell of a defensive play caller, obviously. But I think as a head coach, he knows how to rally the boys, and I think he doesn't cost them games. I don't think when they lose, it's on him. I think Ryan's is a good coach.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's made the playoffs every year as a head coach. I think at this point,
2 for 2, yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing well. I mean, he's just gotta get over that hump, which none of the rest of the AFC has, is that the Mahomes hump.
I mean, he's 2-2 in the playoffs. He's won 2 wild card games, lost 2 divisional round games. So it's just, can he get past that? It's kind of like, not comparing Lamar, but it's like Lamar, like how Lamar would get to divisional round. Can he get past that? That's what CJ Stroud and the Texans need to do. They need to take that step forward.
Nobody can get over the Mahomes hump.
Yeah, the Mahomes hump, that it is tough. I mean, it is tough. And honestly, it is. I mean, he lost to Lamar. But he also lost to Lamar his rookie season. It wasn't Mahomes that beat him the first time.
Well, he lost to Lamar twice that season. That was his first and last game.
It was the first and last game of the season for the Houston Texans. I believe one was – were they both in Baltimore?
No, they're both at Houston, I think.
No, well, y'all were the 1 seed. So it had to be in Baltimore for the playoff game.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess it was. We played them in Houston, I think, week 1.
Yeah. But that was also still kind of like how I was comparing Jaden Daniels when the Bucs beat him. It's like, okay, that was a different Commanders team when the Bucs beat them. Obviously, you guys played them twice that year, so you guys got to kind of like at the Bucs and Commanders. If the Bucs would have beat Daniels, that would have been a little better because it was a different time. But no, I think over 9.5. I believe it's a double-digit win team, and I think early exit, like you said, maybe sneak a wild card round, but I don't think they're getting past the divisional round again.
Yeah, I think the upper end of the AFC is just too strong, and I think they're the weakest link that's going to make the playoffs.
The weakest link.
Yeah, well, they get a shoe me in spot in the playoffs just because the rest of the division is so bad.
They are terrible. Well, Luke, that's the Houston Texans, and while we're talking about playoffs, I'm assuming you're going to say under 1.5. I was saying that we are going to get under 1.5 playoff teams. I think we get just the Texans. And I think the Jaguars, they're just there. They're there, but they're not quite ready.
No, just the Texans from this one. I would be very surprised to see any of the other teams make it.
Yeah, I would be too. I wouldn't. I mean, like I believe in the Jaguars to be good. I just don't believe they're going to make the playoffs. All right, well, which AFC South team will have the best rushing offense? We mentioned Chubb and Mixon together, and then we mentioned Liam Cohen. We didn't actually say it during it, but Liam Cohen got a pretty good duo out of Buck Irving and Rashad White when he was with the Bucs.
I've been a big Tank Bigsby fan for a while, so I've been riding him. And ETN's, if he's healthy and he can be back, I think that duo and paired with that their offensive line, which I think is a little bit better than the Texans' offensive line. I've never really liked Joe Mixon. Nick Chubb has been a very good running back when healthy, but this is his second time having that major knee injury.
I like Joe Mixon. I thought he's always been solid. He was solid with the Bengals. He's been solid with the Texans in the 1 year. Went out there, obviously had some problems.
I just don't like him.
Yeah, off the field, he's got issues. He had issues in Oklahoma. Like, I'm not going to deny that. I'm talking on the grass. He's a good running back. I'm kind of siding with the Jaguars slightly. I just believe that like I said, O-line is going to be a little better. I also like Etienne. I've been an Etienne fan. When Clemson was on their little run, I liked the skill players they had, or at least the running back and quarterback. I think Etienne is a good running back. I think they kind of wrote him out of the playbook last year, and I don't think they blocked for him well. I think Liam Cohen's going to fix that. I believe the Jaguars will have the best rushing offense in the AFC South.
I agree.
Fun question here. Will Cam Ward have more passing yards than all the Colts quarterbacks this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah.
I think Cam Ward's due for probably 38, 4,000. I think I thought I'd say 35 to 4,000. And I think the Colts
4,000 might be pushing it. I think 35 is probably a good number for him. I think he'll probably run the ball a little bit more just because he's playing against better players. I mean, he's playing against the best of the best. He's not playing against the ACC this year. So I mean, I think he's gonna be a little hesitant at first, probably a little gun shy, but we'll see. I mean, he acts like he's super confident. So we'll see when he gets full game speed. Week 1, obviously you're not gonna see too much. Probably won't see him too much in the preseason. Probably do a couple drives here and there, but it's still a preseason, so it's not. You don't have all the starters out there you're playing against.
Might be lucky if the Colts get 3,500 combined. I mean, well, Riley Leonard wasn't really throwing the ball much in the playoffs for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, they were the 2 worst passing rating quarterbacks last year. So, yeah. I mean, you take that with how you want to take that.
Don't have big expectations from any of those quarterbacks.
So, yeah, that's the AFC South, man. And I mean, I really do think it's the worst division in football, at least to watch. I know people say, NFC South. I think the NFC South's got a little more excitement behind the season than the AFC South.
They're getting there. Yeah, the South. South can't figure it out. Both sides.
Yeah, I mean, you have Tampa, you have Houston. I think Atlanta's going to be exciting because of the Penix storyline and what can he do as his first year. I think Carolina coming off the Bryce Young second half season. I think some eyes will be on them. Saints are the Saints, and then the Colts are the Colts. Titans will be fun because of Cam Ward. We want to see what the rookie can do, and then what Jaguars would. I mean, 2 more divisions, honestly, if I'm not being biased.
Yeah.
But Luke, man, I hope you have a good vacation, man. I hope you have a good time out there for about almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 10 days ish. I'm only missing 1 week of work, which I should just put another week in just to burn some leave. But I got 21 days I got to burn before end of September.
Damn.
So I got to start using them.
And it appears that the Washington Commanders have signed Von Miller.
Ooh.
Former Buffalo Bill, former Denver Bronco, former Los Angeles Ram. He teased it on his Instagram, and everyone is saying it's confirmed he signed. I'm just saying what Adam Schefter said and what ESPN just pushed out on notification. So 8-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller to the Washington Commanders with Dan Quinn.
Get a ring.
That would be ring chasing. You go into a good defensive mind coach. I give Dan Quinn that. Going to a young, exciting team. Question is, what do they do with Terry McLaurin? We're going to find that out very, very shortly. But, Luke, have a good time out there. Enjoy it. We'll be back. Hopefully, maybe next week we're off, but we have some college football to start preparing for, fantasy football to start preparing for.
Yeah.
It doesn't end. Up. Yeah, we're going to have fantasy football. We have that episode for fantasy football. We will.
Yeah, it's coming up soon, though. The season's coming quick, so just can't wait for it to get here.
I can't wait for it. I'll probably be, like I said, all handy capable for the first probably month and a half. I'll get out of my sling probably right before I go to Atlanta for the Dolphins-Falcons game. So, yeah, I'm unfortunately going to be all shoulder be looking like, kind of like this, all up in sling.
It's good for sitting on the couch watching some football, though.
Yeah. I have an excuse to be on the couch.
Yeah.
But, no, Luke, have a fun time. I'm Mark Davis. That's Luke Rule. Hope you guys enjoyed All About the Balls podcast. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for checking out another episode of All About the Balls podcast. We want to thank all of our listeners and supporters of the Sack House. You can listen to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram @the Sack House.